long time no see. So today's video is going to be on 5 tips on how to keep safe in your van. This is a highly requested video, and I had made a blog post on it loud a couple of weeks ago, but I thought it would be good to have the video version as well, just in case you prefer seeing that. Odie boy is over there. He's melting. It's like 40 degrees today. And Odie boy, do you want to say hello? Good boy. Here. Good boy. There you go. Go. So, the tip number 1 that I would give you is start local. So once you're ready to start your travel and you feel comfortable in your van, you figured everything out, the setting and everything, and you're very excited to start your journey, do you have a couple of days where you live in your van but in your area, so the area that you already know. It's much easier to find the safe parking when you know the area and you know which places to avoid and which are safe. It's much harder to do that where you don't know the area. So it would be a good exercise to do that first in an area that you're familiar with, just to get accustomed with how it works and how it feels to be in a van in the street or in a parking, and then you can do that in other new cool places. So tip number 2 is trust your instinct, and this is so important. And many of you have asked me, like, how do you find parking? Like, how do you know if it's good or not? You will know. As soon as you park there and you have a look around, you will have a feeling whether that's good or not. I don't know how to explain it. It's just instinct, I guess. And the more you do it, the more you're gonna get better at it. So yeah, if you have found the perfect spot, there's nobody around, it's near a lake, it's beautiful, peaceful, but you feel like there's something not quite right, just leave. It's okay. I would much rather sleep in a parking next to a service station or next to a supermarket and feeling safe than being in the most idyllic place and not feeling safe. So I always say better safe than sorry. So if you feel like something is not quite right, just leave. There's going to be plenty of other parkings that you can find. Tip number 3, go unnoticed. This is another very important one for me, especially if you're parking in more urban areas, I guess. So to me it's very important that people don't even think that there is somebody in the van. And I mean, it's quite easy because the Kangoo, it's very small and most people would never imagine that somebody is sleeping in it. So for me it's super easy. I don't have anything in the outside that could give out that I am in the van. And so yeah, for me it's easy. It's harder for people that have bigger vans or motorhomes or vans that have, like, I don't know, those side windows that are like for motorhomes and things like that. The ways I go unnoticed is to not put any music, don't even talk in the van at night, because people will hear you in the van. And it's okay if you're in the driving seat and you're talking, people will think it's okay. But if you're on the back and you're talking and people can't see you, they'll be like, there's somebody in there. Yeah, I try not to slam my doors at night especially. So if I'm parking somewhere where I get to the parking, I don't get out, I don't get in. So if I have to walk Odie, for example, I will walk him before getting to my night parking. So then I don't have to get him out and get him in, because then there's the danger of people seeing that you're getting inside as well of the van. Same goes for cooking. I never cook on my night spot unless it's like a mountain isolated spot where there is nobody. Because people will obviously be able to see that you're cooking inside the van, hear noises, see you going outside to drop some water or something. And so I always cook beforehand, before my night parking. The night parking is just to sleep. So you get there, everything is closed, you go to sleep, that's it. At least this is what I do. Another thing is that I never put lights on at night. If I have to, I put the shades so that nobody can see inside the lights. Because if you're putting a light, people will be able to see inside and straight away understand that somebody is sleeping in it. Tip number 4, know your options. So it's all good to be prevention, it's very nice, but you also have to know what your options would be if anything happens. So very, very important is to park somewhere that you can exit from, so somewhere easy to get out of. So don't park in between two cars where it's really hard to get out. Don't park in between two trees where it's really hard to get out. Just park facing the exit way and make it easy for you to leave that place, just in case, you know, something happens and you have to leave quickly. Also, don't leave anything outside of the van. So especially if you're camping, you know, in the mountains or in as non-urban areas, then you will want to pack everything in before you go to sleep, just in case you have to leave that place quickly. Also, leave your front seat, the driving seat, free of everything. I know that it's very tempting, especially when you're staying in a smaller van, to move stuff from the back to the front to make space on the back. I do that all the time, but I always leave my front seat free, because if you have to jump in and drive away, you will need that to be free of clutter. And also keep your keys close to you and always in the same space. So don't move it around, because if you're waking up at night and you don't remember where your keys are because you keep on changing place, then you're gonna be panicking and you won't be able to find them. So I always put them in the same spot so that I know exactly where it is and I can reach them without any issues. I also like to have some kind of self-defense weapons, and I mean, I keep them, and I don't know if I would ever be able to use them against anybody, but still, I think it's reassuring to have something that you know you could defend yourself with if needed. So I keep some pepper spray, and I always keep it close to me when I'm sleeping, and also have a big knife it's a kitchen knife that I use for my vegetables, but still, I know it's there just in case I need it. And tip number 5 is don't be paranoid. Like, honestly, I know this is difficult for some people more than others, but don't be paranoid. Like, most people aren't after you. I'm a firm believer that the more you think of something, the more it's likely that it will happen to you. And I know that from personal experience of people that lived in a van and they had a really negative attitude to it, and bad things have happened to them. And it's not that they have a negative attitude after those things happened, it was beforehand, and then bad things happened. For bad things, I just mean like people throwing stuff at the van and stuff. And van life should be fun and a great experience and a new discovery. It shouldn't, if you're stressing, if you see yourself stressing and being fearful all the time, then maybe van life isn't for you. And this is why also you should really try it before leaving your local area. You should really give it a go, because you might find that really you hate it and you can't enjoy the moment. And so in that case, you might want to do something else with your life. So this was it for my 5 tips on how to stay safe in the van. You can find the blog post that I've wrote down below. But yeah, this is for now. I will see you in the next video. It did not work how I wanted it. Anyhow, bye. Lucky boy.
Mommy, please, can I have that ball? Please give it to me. Please, Mom, can I take it? Can I now? Can I now? Can I now?